This the TempahZone podcast.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, wherever you listening to this podcast right here, it is episode 47 of the TempahZone podcast with your host, me, Ayer Max, and that's all facts, aka Mr. Versatile, aka Young Steven A.O.K. Okay. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, that's how we do it. That's how we start that. It's a formula at this point, man. You know, I'll write that down, ladies and gentlemen. That's off the top of the dome every time. You know what I'm saying? These are just questions on this piece of paper, all right? Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, my special guests here today, they are part of the record label WLFPAK, all right?
Represent.
They doing big things out here. They're a big crew. They just making dope music. They got a little flavor for everybody. You know what I'm saying? They got shit that go hard. It's shit that's sad. Shit that's smooth. Y'all gotta make sure to check them out.
Yeah, for sure.
I got two members of the label right here, man. I got Moe Wavy in the building, and I got Levy in the building.
Yes, sir. What's good?
How's it going?
Man, I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm happy to have y'all on, man. I remember when I opened up for y'all show.
Yeah.
And
shit was
y'all,
awesome.
yeah, that was a great show. That was definitely like everybody who performed that night did their thing.
Great show though, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, the vibe was definitely right, man. But y'all live performance is, it reminds me of like the ASAP Mob when they perform. You know, it's just a bunch of people coming up bringing some energy. You know what I'm saying?
That's what we're about, man. Gotta keep that energy. Yeah.
What makes y'all just want to get so wild on stage? Where do you think that comes from?
I don't know, man. We've been doing this for a minute, even back before we were rapping and making music. It was like we would do like the lip sync shows and shit, like at the high school and whatever. Not so like we had experience on the stage before that, but I don't know. We just had this dream for so long that like I think that's where like the energy comes from, is we're trying to like propel ourselves further than like where we're at. So
I got you, man. I feel that, man. It definitely shows. Like y'all definitely look like y'all take this seriously.
Absolutely.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, y'all look like you really enjoy this shit.
Yeah, man.
Nothing less.
Like there's no other reason why y'all doing it. Like I can totally see that. And the way the crowd vibed with it too. Y'all were crowd surfing in those mosh pits.
Yeah, absolutely.
Y'all know what it takes.
That wild shit, man.
Yeah,
that's how it goes.
You know, like I'm not saying like that is like, oh, if you do that, then you're like the greatest performers. Like, but like when that happens, it shows that y'all shit is resonating.
Yeah, that's facts.
People just going outside of the norm and just getting wild with it, man. So that's dope to see, man. I love that y'all got that live show. That's dope, because when you got a dope live show, man, that really sets you apart from other artists.
That is a fact. Yeah.
It really comes down to we know we have really dope music and we want people to hear it, and the best way for them to hear it is live in person with something amazing to look at, amazing to experience along with it. So it's just crazy.
Yeah,
like
bro.
To get it in.
Yeah, it makes the music stand out more too, and they know that your live performances.
It
is what it is, man. 'Cause you'd be surprised. Yeah, man, you'd be surprised how many artists out here make great music, but when they perform live,
be all stiff.
Yeah, I hate seeing it sometimes, man.
Exactly.
You just see Serd
watching it from the door. It's like, oh, I can't even step out there to go watch the set. It's just like,
it's cringy. Yeah.
You can buy all the designer you want, but you can't buy energy. You can't buy like raw, just like emotion on stage.
Yeah, it's a fact.
Yeah.
If you're standing up there like it's like a stick in the mud, then you're not doing it right. Even if your thing isn't jumping off the stage and going crazy, say you're like a dancer, well, you better be dancing on that stage.
Or if you're
moving,
or if you're like you're a singer, you know what I'm saying? Like just have some passion in, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Move around a little bit. You don't gotta be a crazy dancer doing crazy moves.
Yeah.
Right, exactly.
But you gotta have that passion on stage, showing people that you give a damn when you perform.
Yeah, that's a
100%.
And there's so many ways to do it. Because I just don't understand when I see artists just so still on stage. I'm like, you ain't confident in your music.
Yeah,
like, that's
you gotta have that.
Some of the shit really slams too. Like some of the opening acts, like we like to, sneak into the crowd before our shows and like keep an eye on like the opening acts and just support and like go crazy in the crowds, and like the music is really slamming, and then they're just kind of,
Yeah.
they're just chill. But it's like, I don't know. There's two sides to it.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it really is. So it's really, depends on how you look at it, man.
Exactly.
But yeah, man, it's dope what you guys got going on.
Appreciate that.
Now, how many members are a part of the label? There's a lot of y'all, man.
There's like a fair amount. It's low key like more solidifying. I don't want to say like shortening and like falling apart or like people are falling off, but like the people that really want to be there are like there now, and it's more apparent of like who wants to be there. So we got like, I want to say like what, like a solid 7 like artists probably.
Yeah.
Like from producers to rappers to photographers. Like
Okay.
we're trying to cover like more than just music. You know, we're trying to make it more like an entertainment hub. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Try to step outside and be something different.
Exactly.
Definitely, and that's really dope, man. Cause y'all got that platform like that, and WLFPAK definitely stands out the most in terms of like what y'all do. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Appreciate
if you,
that.
like
Yeah,
if you
appreciate that a lot.
and that's really good because it's not like one person's the big name, and then then there's WLFPAK and then everyone else. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like
yeah.
it's WLFPAK
Exactly.
and then everybody with it, which I think is really cool to see, man.
Exactly.
I think it's really cool.
Appreciate
Y'all,
it.
Appreciate
yeah,
that.
no, seriously, it's dope because so many artists out here want the shine for themselves, man.
Yeah,
and
no, you
I tell every group that's on that because it's just true, man. Like,
Yeah.
Appreciate
yeah,
that.
it is
Yeah,
what
no,
it is,
for
you
real.
know. But yeah, man, what made y'all decide to form the group? What put it all together?
I mean, really, like, we all been kind of like had our own lane and like making music and like stuff before, and we were really just at our homie Matt's crib, and one of our friends, Ethan, who used to be an official member of the group, he was just kind of like kicking around with some beats and stuff, and he was like, hey, like, you know, let's make a song or whatever, and we did, and when we shared it, like, people were going crazy
Fucking
over
crazy.
Like,
I was
over,
like, I was on a cruise, man, and I was hearing about that shit. Like, I didn't even have connection to like anything. Like, one of my friends on the cruise with me had like Snapchat. She was like, "Yo, like, did you hear about this?" And I'm fucking like, now like one of
Yeah.
the members. And I'm like, no, I didn't even know this shit was happening. It just happened.
and
It was crazy.
That's so cool,
essentially it was our first show that we got asked to book because like all of our music that we had out was all together like a unit, and we were opening for Montana 300, and basically
That's crazy.
yeah, that was our first show.
Yeah.
And basically we were just like, well, we can't just go out there and have everyone's name listed, you know what I mean? And so we just kind of thought of the name, threw a group together, and it
Boom.
grew into what it is now. Yeah, for sure.
Wow, that's cool, man. So it kind of just came together out of like some like last minute type stuff
Yeah,
almost.
continuity.
Kind of like we were at that point we were taking the music pretty seriously. Like we were like recording tracks, writing consistently, stuff like that.
Mhm.
And it just came down to like, well, now everyone wants to see all of us together on stage, so we got to have something to put a stamp
Yeah.
on it. And the name is actually an acronym. It stands for We Live for Prosperity and Knowledge.
Oh
And,
shit.
yeah,
Okay.
and
Okay.
so
Yeah.
it's just something we like to live by and keep behind, and that's sort of the message we just try to push with our music too, and just to be yourself and win, and not to be all knowing, because no one is all knowing. That's ignorant as all hell. But
yeah, you can
but
always learn more in this world.
exactly.
sure.
But
Yeah.
that's the point, just to learn more, always level up, progress, and just do your thing. Like,
Damn, man.
Couldn't say it better.
I was wondering what WLFPAK meant, and that was my next question that I was gonna ask y'all.
Yeah.
Like, what does that mean? Did y'all just choose that because it sounds dope? Because WLFPAK sounds cool, man. Like I
Appreciate
hear
it,
that, I was like, WLFPAK, okay. Like I was like, they definitely gotta be doing something dope over there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
it's deeper than that.
yeah,
though.
man.
It is.
What does it stand for again? Say it again.
We live for prosperity and knowledge.
We live for prosperity. and
WLFPAK. Please spell it right.
Yeah,
If you
Yeah.
DM
stop
us.
saying
If
that.
you DM us and you
Stop
see
spelling
it
that
on
shit
all our
wrong.
profiles,
Yeah.
please spell it right.
Yeah.
Everyone 3 times a day, I swear, motherfuckers come to DMs spelling it WLFPCK, some shit like
It's
that.
like,
This is
nah, it's
crazy.
not
It's
it.
right
Nah.
there.
Yeah, we live for prosperity and knowledge, man.
Yeah,
That's
absolutely.
dope. Yeah, that definitely. I like that message, man. It's not a forced acronym either. Like, you know,
No, yeah,
it's
it's
got, it flows right. You know
right,
what I'm saying?
and it's
So-
also like you know, when you think of like a wolf pack in real life, like theoretically a wolf by himself could handle most of this, you know, stuff he comes across, but
Yeah.
as a unit, they're all just like better together. They
Yeah, it's a
attack
fact.
harder. It's just what we do. Move together,
Yeah, man,
and,
for sure.
and we all just keep our stuff up. So
Yeah, bro. Nah, I love to see it, man. I love to see it. Y'all definitely got each other's back, and I think, you know, when it comes to your live shows, man, I think y'all able to get so many people there because you got such a big crew.
Yeah.
Y'all can spread the
Yeah.
word out. It ain't just one person
That's
trying
for
to put
sure,
it all
yeah.
together.
Exactly.
I got a whole team behind you that's like, yo, come
Yeah,
to
man,
this,
it's
come to
important.
this. And I think that
Exactly.
goes such a long way, man. So
For sure.
Yeah.
definitely make sure y'all
Agree.
keep that up, man. Cause
Yeah,
it's
for sure. We appreciate it,
it's,
man.
It's working. It's working.
We like to think so.
Yeah, no, definitely, man, definitely. What would you say are some of the advantages of working in a group that you guys have felt so far?
You get a lot of feedback. You get to hear a lot of different opinions and perspectives. We have, and I think that our group in particular is very diverse in like the way that we create music and like our sound. Like I don't know, there's not really like one lane when it comes to us. Like we got like Jack doing like the really unique, like really like different like progressive sound and shit. Then we got like Levy's like really good at like doing what he does and like writing bars. Like this man can rap for days, man. He's the best rapper on like 500 miles, I swear. Like, he does his thing, and then we got like producing.
Levy like, I didn't say it, you did.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna hold up to it though. I'm
trying to stay humble.
Yeah, like what Nick said, it's like we get feedback and everyone's bouncing new ideas, new flavors off of each other, and just coming up with some new stuff. Like, you know, I really can't tell you how many times I've made a song with like another person in the group and I'm like, damn, I never thought I would have made something that sounded like that. You know what I mean? It's just like it's different.
And that's the other thing too, man. When you're working with different people, everybody's got something different to bring to the table, man. Even if y'all think you're similar, y'all always come out with something that's 50% you, 50% the person you collab with.
Yeah, for sure.
And I think that always comes out to make something special, man.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I agree.
When you're just working with yourself, you're only in that bubble that you got. But
Exactly.
And you expand, man. You never know what's gonna happen next. You know what I'm saying? So
for sure.
I think for you guys, that's definitely a big advantage, man. Is there any competition or beef or conflict in the group since there's so many of y'all?
Nah.
We don't really like treat situations like that necessarily.
That's good. That's good. Yeah.
Like,
anything that's like a hiccup is kind of just like, you know, whoever is feeling, you know, certain types of ways or whatever, we have like a group chats in all like messaging platforms and stuff, and it's addressed in front of like the whole group.
Yeah, for
we
sure.
talk it out, and it's just like
round table discussions, man.
exactly. And even if there is like, you know, it rarely ever is like, you know, one person causing issues. We're all chill people. We're all friends and stuff. It's never treated as like, you know, you got to step it up. You got to do this. It's always just like, we got to bring this shit together. We got to keep going harder.
Always.
Like, it's just spreading the love. You know what I mean? Even within the group in times that aren't ideal. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. Nah, that's cool, man. That's cool. So were y'all like friends all before this? Like were y'all good friends before this, and then it was just like,
it was weird
do
though.
this rap thing too?
I don't know. It was like it was like a web of people that were all like connected in different ways, and then like the music kind of just like pushed it all together and like solidified it.
Got you, man.
That's for sure.
Nah, definitely, man. That's cool to see, because I just feel like when it comes to creating a rap group, man, like if y'all don't have a certain type of friendship there as well, like things I feel can definitely
get a little dicey. Yeah, I can see that happening for sure.
Definitely blow up in your face. You know, I could totally see that. But I feel like with y'all, you're definitely making sure that everybody gives constructive criticism in a respectable way.
Yeah.
Because it's one thing to tell somebody, like if one of y'all makes a bad song in the group, you gotta find the right way to tell that person without sounding like you know, a dickhead. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
For sure.
Because y'all ever ran that situation? Somebody made a song and someone had to say something like, I don't know about this one.
Not really. I don't know. It's just like I feel like I don't know.
Now I'm about to think about this one.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's ever been anyone's ever made a bad song. I just think that we're all like very talented, and I feel like when I hear a new song that's created by someone else, even if it's like, I don't know if I'm a huge fan of it, I always try to find the positives of it and try to push them to capitalize on it. You know what I mean?
And I feel like it's never like the song as a whole. There's always just like, I don't know, being creative too, like we like see every like facet of the song, like the way that it works. So like if we see like certain parts that could be like tightened up or changed, maybe we'll mention it.
Gotcha.
But besides that, I mean, I don't think there's really been like a situation where there's been like a whole song.
And even if people, you know, theoretically were to, like, when it comes to this music stuff, we all put our egos to the side and like we all just like be like, yo, like tell me if this is like trash. Like sometimes I'm begging like people to be like, yo, please tell me if this is just good or bad or just bad. You know what I mean? And it's just all in all, just get a good product out of it at the end of the day.
Yeah, definitely, man. Being honest with each other, working together as one. Those are some of the things you just gotta have when you're in a group, man.
Yeah,
exactly.
When y'all just lying to each other the whole time, I'm not saying y'all doing that, but
no,
like when a group is lying to each other the whole time, man, like It's like, what are y'all really doing it
just
for?
becomes a train wreck.
Yeah,
at that point.
And then eventually shit will blow up. Somebody's gonna be like, yo, I'm sick and tired of this shit. You know what I mean?
No,
So,
yeah.
So it's definitely very important y'all communicate with each other
Oh, yeah.
and be honest through the whole way, man. You don't want nothing to get out of hand,
Right.
man.
Yeah.
You know?
And we've never even like obviously we got love for each other and we want the shit to stay like as close knit and tight as possible, but we've never put reins on anyone saying like, yo, you gotta like say like there's been times when some artists have had to take like months off of like writing, creating music, and we were just like, all right, cool, just do you, bro. Like take your time. Like
we're still gonna be
develop
here
as
at
a
the end of the
human
day, so.
before you can develop as an artist.
Yeah.
And, come back. So it's
That's
never
really
been
what it's all
anything
about. That's
tight.
like back to the acronym. Like that's what it's all about. Is
Yeah,
progressing
man.
yourself as a human being. So
Nah, yeah, definitely live up to the name, man.
Yeah,
for
for
sure.
absolutely.
You know.
appreciate that.
Have you guys made any merch? So
Yeah,
far?
actually, we ordered a bunch of shirts like in this what was it, like December?
Yeah,
You were in
some
school, so.
winter time. Yeah.
Mhm.
So we sold those pretty quick. It was like 1 week, not even like a few days or something like that.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, we've been waiting for really just the right time to reinvest in some merch. And
But it's coming,
get
though.
Things going. Yeah.
It's coming.
Yeah,
We're
nah,
really-
definitely, man. And the reason why I asked is because like just the meaning behind the name and the movement that y'all got. I really feel like merchandise for that would definitely
Yeah.
be sold pretty easily.
For sure,
You know
for
what I'm
sure.
saying? So
It's just one thing that it comes down to is we are still up and coming, and we don't get booked as frequently as we'd like, and as a group our funds kind of come from shows and stuff. We don't really come from a background of having stacks in the
just-
bank
yeah,
and,
just
and
a ton of
money to
money,
throw
yeah,
away.
yeah.
Like a lot of these artists we grow up around and that we get labeled with it from our area, they just got daddy money out the ass and they're blowing it on all this studio time that they waste. And
yeah.
they drive. Meanwhile, I have my own microphone. I sit in the front seat of my car and make some crazy good music. At least I like to think so.
Yeah.
I just do it. So
Nah, man, y'all making good shit, man. Like
Appreciate that,
that's
bro.
not even a question, man. I wouldn't have had
Appreciate
y'all
that.
on if I didn't think so. So you know what I mean. So I really like what y'all doing with that, man. And the thing too, back to like artists who just have all this money coming in that
Yeah.
isn't them, man. It's like sometimes they're overspending. They don't need to spend. as
Oh,
much.
yeah, for sure.
They're going to fit studios way too high priced.
Yeah.
When they don't need to, they could maybe just invest a little less. Not saying they have to, do it like 100% like you are, but like they're definitely spending like a little too much money.
That's for sure.
For
for
studio
sure.
Seeing
time.
some crazy prices too. People charging crazy prices, paying crazy prices for
And
things
that's-
that could
and
be
that's-
done for like half.
that's
Yeah,
something,
literally,
that's
yeah.
something that I'm like personally I'm trying to change like in my like local like environment, and like I know like Nick's on the same page. Like he's got some studio equipment too, and like I literally have been offering up my studio time like for like quarter to like a third, whatever, like way less than normal studios. I'll pull up to your house like with my studio, with my equipment, show you how I do things. Not that it's necessarily the best way, but like I'll just like hook you up. Like I invested money into post production stuff, and I'm trying to get good content across the board. Like I'm not looking for credit in any way, but I'm looking to make sure the people from my area put out good stuff and put
sure.
out good content. You know what I mean? Because I want the whole area to be put on. You know what I mean? Eventually.
that's a fact.
Yeah, man. What's the town y'all repping?
Ayer, Massachusetts.
Ayer, Massachusetts. Yeah, okay, yeah. Hell yeah, man.
About
Rep,
this big.
rep that shit, bro. Rep it, man.
Hey,
That's
yeah.
dope. You know what I'm saying, y'all? And I gotta mention this too. Being a Boston boy, I'm happy y'all not saying you're from Boston or
No.
the outskirts of Boston. So
Yeah,
now
nah.
people try to like spice up where they from. It's like nah, we're from Ayer.
No,
Alright?
yeah.
I
People
respect
don't
that.
Real
really
about it,
hear
man.
about it, and is probably gonna stay that way forever. But that's why we are trying to have something to do with the change. You know what I mean? We're
Yeah.
trying
Trying
to
to
bring
shift the
attention to
culture.
the area, and we drive like people. I don't know. People kind of just have these connotations about like areas that aren't the inner city, and think that we don't have like problems of like poverty and like problems of like alcohol ridden, like every corner is like
yeah.
alcohol, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no,
like
you're
those
right,
are
you're
the
right.
issues that like we got to just bring attention to across all communities, and we're just trying to start with ours, so and just build, you know what I mean?
No, definitely, man. I totally like see what y'all doing with that. Like, just because it's not in Boston or around that area, it don't mean that like y'all don't got certain things that y'all going through too.
Exactly.
Like-
Trying to put on exactly.
That's just definitely like an ignorant way to look at it. If people see it that way, it's like
You'd be
man,
surprised at things some people be saying. It's kind of funny though.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, I don't understand none of that, man. Yeah, man. But I gotta ask y'all, what are some struggles that y'all face in the group so far? Like, what are some things that have been some roads to climb?
Trying to get just trying to nail down and get everybody in like the same room. To be honest, it's just like we all had really conflicting schedules for a while. It was just like we go like months without like actually getting in the same room. But eventually that all changed. We all kind of came back to it. Got back to work.
Yeah, man.
That's
Definitely.
facts.
Anything else?
I mean, it's pretty much that is getting people together, getting people on the same page, connected. We haven't really had any issues of like, yo, like maybe we should kick this person out, or maybe they're doing too much. We've never had issues like that.
I wasn't even thinking that when I asked, but yeah.
It really just comes down to, we just got to get together. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
man.
Yeah, having that big...
Life does definitely get in the way, though, and that's understandable for sure. But at the end of the day, we still got to come back to it eventually.
Yeah, I mean, y'all got bills to pay, things to do out here, you know what I'm saying? Are y'all in school right now?
Nah.
Not currently. I used to go to school. I'm be going back soon, but
right now,
it's just save a couple bills. And,
definitely, man. Society has a knack for showing us that, by this age you gotta be in this position, or else by this age you should be married with kids. Like, society tries to put that on us, and I think a lot of people who don't like to look at it that way aren't afraid to be like, let me step away from school for a bit, or let me do this for now, and I can get back to that in the meantime. You know what I'm saying?
Like,
so
all you got is time. So I mean,
exactly.
Every day's a new day.
Exactly. Exactly, man. There's always a new time to make it happen. You gotta be grateful for every day we wake up out here.
Yeah,
man.
for sure.
Being able to
sure.
make another
every
move,
day.
improve from the day before.
Yep.
Exactly.
And I think that's just the way you gotta look at it. Don't look at it, I'm 25 and I'm not married. I'm 30 and I'm not married. Like, people be like that. I'm just like, man,
I've seen a lot of that. That's for sure.
There's no need for that. Like, we are on our own schedule. We are on our own path in life, man.
You have one life. Like,
you gotta live it exactly how you want to, man.
That's it.
Once you run out of time, you run out of time. That's all there is to it.
Exactly, man. And that's the thing too that's cool about the label y'all got, man, because all y'all doing, like, all got different things going on.
Yeah, for sure.
And so for the fact that y'all can all come together and say this is what we want to do, man, that's really special, man.
We appreciate
it. Really is, especially the fact that we're in the hustle stage of what we're doing.
Yeah.
It's like y'all wouldn't say you made it yet.
No.
So with that case, you just gotta feel, the fire's, on you. So
Exactly.
And I think that's really cool to see, man. So y'all, it shows dedication, shows commitment, and I think it goes a long way. Which is why I think y'all making waves out here with the people around you.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you.
They see it, man. So I want to ask y'all something individually. Moe Wavy, I gotta ask you, hit something, man.
What's good?
You a producer, essentially.
Yeah, producer.
What got you started on that, man?
I've been around music for a really long time. Like, no one really played music in my house, but they would like listen to a lot of music. So I was exposed to a lot of different types of music with my dad. He listened to like everything. So I got to see like a lot of different stuff. And as I got older, I kind of gravitated towards hip hop. And when I was younger, I wanted to be a rapper. Like, that was like the dream. But then I realized that like not everybody can play that part. You know what I'm saying? No. And I respect that. And I don't know. I started thinking about like the more like technical side of things and like what I could do to progress myself and push myself into the culture. Like, because that's what I want to do.
For sure.
So I was like, maybe get my hand producing, maybe try producing, and I did. Things are, I would say, like, working out right now. So
hell yeah, man. What do you make beats on?
FL Studio, Machine. That's about it. Yeah, FL Studio, Machine.
That's dope, man.
Sample God.
The sample God?
I would not say that. But
that's sampling. Sampling is difficult, bro.
Yeah.
Like, you think you just chop something up and then add it on. It's like, no, it's a little bit more than that.
Yeah, that's for sure. That's
it's a lot more details. Sometimes they don't line up the way you want it to.
Yeah, you gotta go in there, rearrange everything.
Yeah,
pitch change, this and that.
Yeah,
like
so
a whole bunch of stuff.
Yeah, it's not as straightforward as one may think it is. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's really dope, and it's also cool that you're working with two different DAWs as well, man.
Yeah. So I got the Machine like for my 18th birthday, and I always wanted to like work with like pads and stuff, and like I wanted an MPC for a while. Like when I first started producing, that's like what I wanted. But the Machine was a lot more accessible.
Yeah.
So split that with my parents for my 18th birthday. Then I started to get to work on that, and that just made me a better producer. Like even in FL, like I just knew how to do more like with samples and like being able to like actually use my hands to make grooves was just like so different from just using like the mouse and keyboard. Like it just brought a whole new humanization to my sound. You feel me?
Nah, for sure, man. I could totally see that just opening up a new door for you in terms of what you are capable of. So
yeah, that's for sure.
Yeah, man. And I think a lot of producers, like me, for me myself, man, like I've been using Logic Pro and I've been afraid to kind of step outside of that. You know what I'm saying?
You got it. It's just gonna make you a better producer.
Yeah.
Stepping outside of your comfort zone is the best thing you could do as an artist, man.
Yeah, right.
You probably know that best though.
Oh,
You're
yeah,
here doing the podcast and rapping, doing this and that, man. I see you, man.
Yeah,
making the moves.
Man, you know. We trying out here, man. We trying our best. You know, you definitely gotta step outside your comfort zone out here. Sure. Just for producing, I'm kind of.
Yeah, I feel you.
Yeah. But I'm working on it, man. I'm working on it. Sure. But I like seeing what you're doing, man.
Yeah,
you know,
appreciate it.
Producers definitely deserve more respect out here. I know
that,
Levy feels that way too about it. You know what I'm saying? I think rappers we see that. We see we know how special a producer is, man.
For sure.
They help us. They just help a lot, man. They help a lot, bro. And
absolutely, they bring the whole vibe of the song before the song even starts. So
exactly, man. You know, and a lot of people sleep on it. It's a shame, and I don't know if it'll ever change, but
it's just kind of part of the job.
Yeah,
you just get used to it.
If you get your credit, you get your credit. But I mean,
can't expect nothing nowadays. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
It's just you.
Mm-hmm. But there was a time where the producer was like, you really had no idea.
Oh yeah,
talk about
sure.
the 90s.
Yeah, that's a fact. Yeah.
Like you rarely knew who the producer was.
You had to go in, read the album, like read the little booklet came with it. You know what I mean?
And then producer tags came along. And
it changed the mixtapes, changed the whole producer world, changed everything about producing.
It's like put some respect on the producer's name now. Producer's tag. You know, let them know who I am, man. Little Metro on that beat, you know.
Sometimes people aren't really feeling a beat, and then they hear like a certain tag, and then they know the drop is gonna be hard. So like
they know like he made it. Let's go. Yeah. So
for sure.
Yeah, it helps out a lot there, man. Now, Levy, I want to ask you about when you started rapping, man. When did that all come together?
I mean, like I was always kind of writing through middle school, just like not really serious bars or nothing like that.
Mm-hmm.
But high school, I started freestyling for my friends, like at get-togethers and stuff like that. They were telling me, "Oh, like it's really good," and I was just like, "Eh."
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I'm just rapping. I'm not really level-headed right now, so I'm just chilling, you know what I mean? And eventually we got out of high school, and a microphone was right in front of me, and I was just like, it's time, like whatever, like, and this man right here actually helped me, actually get the confidence. Like, he wasn't there when I recorded my first song, which was the one, or like our first song, I'm sorry, that I like actually like started building like hype or whatever.
Stream Big Tone.
Yeah, Big Tone. Oh yeah, still popping. But
still playing that.
But no, I credit Moe and the people that I work with now that pushed me to help actually put my voice to a mic and develop as an artist. So.
Hell yeah,
for
man.
Sure.
So how long would you say you've been rapping for? How many years?
I would say putting my voice to a microphone about a year.
Okay.
About a year, yeah.
Hell yeah,
for
man.
Sure.
And I feel like in 1 year, man, it sounds like you've been rapping for a while, dog.
Yeah, like I just try to put the work in. I don't know. I'm always working on something. I have songs that I will never release, and that they're just sitting, and they're probably lost at this point in the files of my computer. But it's just like I've always just worked and just tried to just get better. And just trying to find my voice, trying to find my whatever, and we're good.
Hell yeah, man. Whenever you're bored or something, man, you should put all those lost tracks, man. Just put it out at once, bro.
I could try.
That wouldn't be a bad idea.
Take a few hours to find those little fucking files in your computer, man. This man got literally everything on his computer.
Videos, cover art,
everything,
songs, everything.
Yeah, because you don't just be rapping. You also do graphic design too, right?
Yeah, I do graphic design. I make all my own cover arts. I'm at this point mix all my own music. I mean, this man produces the beats, but pretty much from the beats to writing and everything else, that's all me. And it's kind of something I've been working on. And I even like edited a few of our music videos too. Like got the footage from our homie Marcus, who couldn't make it today.
Shout out
but
Marcus.
Yeah, and just I don't know. I've always just had a knack for trying to do like everything, like not myself, but like just be able to do it myself. You know what I mean? Like
be capable
later down the road, I can put exactly what I envision into my song, or I can put it on my cover art, you know what I mean, or into my video. If I need to, like, I have the vision and the capabilities. So like,
yeah, man,
I just try to work on that. So
nah, that's dope, man. And, you know, I think a lot of people out here, artists, they like to look at it like, okay, I'm a rapper, I rap. I'm a producer, I produce. But I feel like, I think it's important that you try to figure out how to do just a little bit of everything.
Oh yeah, that's for sure.
I don't think it hurts at all.
No,
like,
not at all.
You can have that one thing you're the best at, but I think it's okay to know how just to do a little bit of everything, man.
Exactly.
And I think that's dope to see you be not even the fact that you're doing it, but not being afraid to step in on that.
Oh yeah, sure.
I think that's very crucial, man, because a lot of artists think like, oh, like I need the graphic designer, I need the video editor. Like, it's like, man, you can figure out yourself. You
yeah, man. Especially with YouTube nowadays, man. There's so many tutorials on YouTube.
YouTube is the only college you need. I'm telling you. Anything you need to learn, you can learn on YouTube.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, literally, it's all there for you. And if you really want to up it, like, step it up, like, you can pay for extra, like, lessons to really take it to another level. Yeah. And it's crazy that not enough people out here see that.
No,
it really comes out like a lot of people are like, oh, I need, like, you know, the graphic design, I need the videographer or whatever. Me, I need money in my pocket. And like, not that I don't support other artists, and I not that I wouldn't, you know, kill to see like other artists, especially from my area, like grow and thrive and stuff. But I mean, I need to eat first, you know what I mean? If I'm be able to provide for that, I need to be able to eat first, so I can't be spending, you know, $20-$30 every cover, especially with the amount of music I make. It's just,
and people be charging more than $20-$30 a cover.
Exactly.
I have some people hit me up, they're like, yo, $150. I'm like,
exactly.
Were you again?
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, yo, I know a dude who does that for 10. It looks just as good.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, man. So people be charging crazy money for that. But look, like, I understand graphic design is not easy.
Oh no,
like, sure. I totally get the price that people put on it. I'm not discrediting that. Get your money. I ain't dissing nobody.
No, yeah,
for sure, 100%.
Not everybody has that type of budget, and it's a principle thing too. You know what I'm saying?
Sure,
it ain't really like, oh, it's not like I don't have $100 to spend on a cover. It's like, but $100 for a cover, does that feel right in my heart?
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
No, exactly.
But meanwhile, that artist who's super popular, their album cover is just a picture of them looking into the camera with there's no design at all. It's just got the parental advisory logo at the bottom. You know what I'm saying? So like, it you know, that's this one way.
Big things like baby pictures now. Everybody's using baby pictures.
Yeah. Just when in doubt, baby pictures. You know what I'm saying? And it works every time. that is always a flawless way to promote a project.
I mean, if you think about it though, like, a lot of the baby picture albums, like, are pretty good projects.
Yeah,
like the Carters are pretty good.
Yeah.
Like Kirk, like the baby's album, like wasn't that bad. Like,
Ready to Die.
Ready to Die.
Ready to
Never mind.
Exactly.
Yeah, those are
pretty good projects.
Yeah, those are all projects with babies on. Those are pretty damn good albums.
Yeah, I might have to flex my debut with a baby picture. Give me some good luck. I don't know.
It ain't gonna hurt. I just advise any artist who's gonna do that, if you're gonna put yourself as a kid on your project or as a baby, you better be dropping some fire.
Yeah, that's a fact.
That's fact.
Public service announcement made right now.
Yeah, if you're gonna do that, make sure you dropping some fire, alright? That's all I ask of you. It cannot be whack. Run that through multiple people and make sure they're giving you an honest opinion on that, man.
Exactly.
Straight up like that, man. Let's talk about your remixes, man.
Yeah.
You were really in your remix bag, bro.
Yeah. I mean, it's cake.
Yeah.
To me. Honestly, it's cake. Like,
hell yeah, talk your shit.
I mean, I really just do them because, like, you know, the first one I made, I'm pretty sure it was the A Lot remix, and people were just like, damn, that's like way better than the original song, like this and that, blah, blah. Eventually I put together a whole tape, and now I've just come to, like, this pattern of, like, if I'm not working on a major release of a single or like anything like that, like, I'll bang out like 5 or 6 remixes and just have them ready to drop, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
And I don't want to stick to that forever though. Even, like, I don't want to be seen as a remix rapper, even though, like, a lot of my more popular music are remixes, but I'm obviously,
that's okay.
as we just talked about,
and that's okay if that's the case, if your remixes are more popular than the original.
Yeah.
Because you gotta see how people see it, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They already know the beat.
That's it. Yeah,
They already
exactly.
know the song.
Exactly.
That's
A
facts.
super popular song.
Right.
So it just makes it a lot more palatable for them to go into.
No, that's
For sure.
facts. That's
Yeah.
facts.
So
that's
you
facts.
can't, it's not a bad thing at all, but definitely don't look
right.
at it that way, because for me, I've definitely was like, oh man, I want to know like the original stuff, you know what I
Yeah,
mean? But it's
yeah.
like, hey, they like what you rapped over.
Yeah.
That's
no,
all you got.
facts.
That's all you gotta look at it as. You know
Yeah,
what
and
I'm saying?
it's not like I'm gonna stop doing them. I just don't know if I'm gonna keep doing them to the degree. Like the whole tape I did, the I Got Next, I was just like, I really just like hated a lot of those songs that I remixed. I was just like, these are like some really good beats, and these songs are so bad. Like some of them were some good records that I just like the beat on, but it's basically just like a metaphor for like, I can use the same beat that a multi-million-dollar artist just used and make a record that's like 3 times as good. You know what I mean?
Really,
That's how I
really rap over that shit.
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
That's like the Jordan Lucas method, bro.
Yeah, man. Yo,
no,
shout out to
Like,
Jordan
yeah,
when you got
respect.
Jordan Lucas rapping over a little pump beat,
Yeah,
that's just him
that sounds
saying
pretty
"fuck
hard.
you."
No, yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So,
Yeah, for
an
sure.
artist of your caliber, the way you be rapping, man, when you be rapping over certain beats, it's like you know what's about to go down.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
exactly,
So,
exactly.
Yo,
I
put
appreciate
Put
that.
some beats in Jordan Lucas's phone. Yo, if you're listening to this, Jordan, please check your messages. Please check your messages, bro.
Moe Wavy already DM you, man. Check it out, dog. If you just so happen to come
Putting your phone number out on Instagram, bro.
yeah, right. You already been, right?
I had to.
Yeah, I don't blame. It's like you did it, man. Like you put it out there.
Did it
This didn't
yourself.
leak. That was you who did that. You know what I'm saying? So I feel you on that, man. Let's talk about you dropped a 3-track EP, No Problem.
Yeah, I mean, technically it was 4, but the official release on the platforms, with re-uploading the track down, it just wouldn't work, so we sent it with 3 on the official, but 3-4 song, the EP.
Hell yeah, man. How long did it take y'all to put that one together?
That was just me and Cyrus in his basement over the span of like 3 studio sessions that spread out over like a couple
2
weeks,
months.
like, and then over like probably a little over a month just to get all the mixes down,
Yeah,
and we shot a video in between too.
Okay.
So,
Shout out to Not Approval.
yeah, shout out to Not Approval. Even you won't show no love, but I
Ooh.
guess shout out to that man.
Yeah. Hey, sometimes when it comes to like videographers, man, they're just like, I got you with the video. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, it's super tough.
They don't expect to
like-
do more, but
Yeah, no, I feel that.
It is what it is, Did you produce anything on that, Mo?
Yeah, Lights and
Pack.
Pack.
Pack,
That's what it's
okay.
called. Sorry,
Hell yeah.
drawing a blank.
Yeah.
Been making a lot of beats lately.
Yeah, man, you be all over the place with it, you know what I'm saying? So, it's really dope, man. I really just like the amount of content y'all putting out. I feel like every week or every 2 weeks y'all always got
man, it's like
something.
stay relevant.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I think that's really dope to see, man. I think a lot of artists can definitely take notes from that. We try to come up with excuses that like, oh no, I'll be good if I go 2 months away and drop something, but that can make a difference.
Yeah, man.
You go away for 2 months without like a lot of communication on social media.
Yeah,
You
that
gonna
can be dangerous.
Yeah, it can literally like you could drop a bunch of people, like important, essential people, not
Exactly.
just here they gone tomorrow type people, but the people who
Oh
like
yeah, for sure.
were with you the whole time. They see you stop for 2 months, they think that's it. It's a wrap. You know what I'm saying?
They find something new, and maybe another local artist is making a little bit more noise now. They start paying attention to them, and you just lost all your footing. You just lost
Yeah.
everything, you know what I mean?
That's why that consistency is so important. You always gotta keep something out there, right?
Yeah, for sure.
It doesn't just have to be a new song.
Yeah.
It could just be anything, just a cool photo. You know what I
for sure,
mean?
for
Or
sure.
just something where you're speaking your opinion. And that's why
Absolutely.
I always let artists know, man, you gotta show your personality through these social
That's
media.
for sure. I need to do a
social
better
media.
job at that, to be honest.
it's-
I don't be posting like anything about myself, really. It's all about the music. I need to step out of my comfort zone a little bit.
It's hard though, man. It's hard.
Yeah,
You
for
know what
sure.
I'm saying? It's definitely not that easy to just be like, oh, let me share this and let me show how I feel about that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
It's definitely not as straightforward as one may think it is.
Yeah.
You know, I think as artists too, we don't want to talk about news too much. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like talk about other artists, like while we're also an artist, regardless
Yeah.
if you're talking about Drake or like big names. It's just like you don't want to do it too much. You know what I'm
Yeah,
for
saying?
sure. I mean, we try to. I mean, I personally, I show love to, you know, anyone who shows love to me, if you're like say an artist, like I'll show love back to your page. Like if like almost even if your stuff is like not my favorite, I'll still show love back to you.
Yeah,
like,
man, because
it all comes full circle, right? But like, I mean, if you're someone that like, I don't know, it's got to be, the love has to be universal. It has to go two ways. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, definitely. If I'm sharing your shit, I expect you to share mine in some form or fashion.
Right. I'm not just gonna flood my page with stuff that like, you know, people that I think is like, you know, good and then not get any love back. You know what I mean? I'm gonna try. I gotta keep it to, I don't know, stuff that's real. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree with you there, man. Like it seems like weird to say. It seems like selfish, but it's not. It really isn't. Like
it's just a game.
It's a two-way street. Yeah. It's part of the game, man. Like. It's really not that deep.
Yeah, no.
At the end of the day,
like
at the end of the day, we were just talking about like how we have like dope live shows or whatever, and like, you know what I'm saying, like an Instagram post. If you're mad at something I said on Instagram, like, why don't you come show up for an hour at the Sonya and watch what I do in person? Maybe you'll just ignore like, you know, something that I'm saying. And I'm not even speaking for myself. It's just like everybody too. It's just like if you just pay attention to like what's actually going on and not like, you know, little minute details on my Instagram page. Maybe you'll like get with the movement. Maybe you'll like learn some new music, new dope music. Like,
and that's another thing too, man. Like, to be like honest with you, like sometimes like showing your personality on social media might be a bad thing too. Because like you don't know who you're pissing off. You don't know
the balance.
You know, like people might solely just want to come to you to see if you're putting out new music or not, or if you're putting out new content. Because I see artists who don't really put out their personality like that, and it still works. But then there's some people that it doesn't work for either. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So we're all artists with our own little lanes and our
exactly.
So you just gotta figure out what works for you at the end of the day, man.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So because sometimes when you don't share your personality, you kind of have a mystery about you. You know what I'm saying? Like people they don't know that much about you, and it almost is like less is more. You know what I'm saying? So there's definitely something to that, you know what I mean?
It just has to be kind of executed properly, and like there's a certain amount of work you got to do behind the scenes. If you're not going to put yourself out there, then you got to be doing a lot of work behind the scenes, like getting placements and actually making your name, you know what I mean? Like, if you're not going to show it, you got to be at least doing it like a lot, like good, you know what I mean? Like,
I agree with you there, man. And on top of that too, you got the music. That's where the story is, you know what I'm saying? Like,
exactly.
So that's the other thing too. It's like, oh, you want to know about me? Listen to my music. I got it. It's all in there.
Everybody approaches it differently, for sure.
Yeah, you just gotta find your lane, man. You know, what works for one person might not work for the other. You know, one man trash is another man's come up. You know what I mean? It's kind of that same principle. You know, you can take from that saying, man. So
I couldn't agree more.
Yeah, just keep focus on that. I want to ask, what's next for the crew, man? What y'all got in store from here on out?
I got a project coming. No specific date yet. It's gonna be
a beat tape.
No, so half of it's gonna be a beat tape, then the other half's gonna be all tracks of like all the WLFPAK, some other artists from outside of WLFPAK, some other people we're bringing in.
When do you think that's gonna drop?
You know, I hate doing this.
Yeah,
I hate putting out like a day.
I didn't want to ask it. I was like, no, but I'm gonna ask.
I'm gonna say early December to mid-December, probably around there. Because I still got to get, like, some things situated, you know. Finish mixing the beats, finish mastering the beats.
You said it, bro. Now you got to work for it now.
Yeah, no, that's facts. Yeah, that's...
Now the clock is ticking. Hell yeah, man.
Well, you though, Lev?
Yeah, aside from, you know, Nick's project, that's like the main focus right now is getting a really dope, you know, piece of work out, because Jack's got a full album out, Just What I Am. It's on all platforms.
Go stream that.
Hell yeah.
I got my remix tape, you know, which is, you know, my, I guess, debut piece of work, I guess. But you know, once Nick's project is finished, I really want to start working on a solo album. I really want to dig deeper into learning how to produce, and this man's gonna be helping me with that as well. So it's gonna be a lot of dope music coming for sure.
And what about is she doing something else?
What
you got, like, other stuff?
Levy can't even keep up with all the shit he be doing, man.
I don't know.
Doing that show.
Oh yeah, I got
another show
coming up. I got
hell yeah.
I'm performing at an artist showcase, and I'm also, me and Jack got asked to perform at our high school homecoming.
Hey.
Our old school, which is pretty freaking crazy.
That's
not gonna
cool,
lie.
man.
Yeah.
Nah, because there's going to be a lot of people there. So
yeah, it's gonna be wild.
Gonna have to step up to the plate for that one, man. But
Absolutely.
I know y'all gonna kill it, man. That's not even a question.
Appreciate
man.
it.
I got one more question to ask y'all before we get out of here. Is there any advice that you'd give to artists and producers who are just getting started? What's some words?
Learn to take criticism. Just like always be ready for the worst.
Yeah.
Like you just gotta be prepared for like everything to go wrong. Like, because you can only build off that. Like,
Facts.
you gotta have 1,000 failures before you like succeed. You know what I mean? So just take things. I wouldn't say take things slow, but like definitely go at your own pace. You know?
Yeah.
Move. Like it's you at the end of the day. Like you're not worrying about anybody else. You shouldn't be worrying about anybody else. You just gotta keep moving as yourself and as an artist.
Yeah, dude. I like that one. Nah, that definitely goes a long way.
For sure. I guess my only piece of advice to, future upcoming artists, current upcoming artists around me, is show love. Like, just even if you don't appreciate something, even if you're not putting it publicly on your social media platforms, don't like be spreading these messages of hate. Don't be beefing with people on Instagram for traces of clout.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, just show love. Like, what's real is real. Like, and if you are meant to prosper in this life and you know it, then it will happen. And you just have to manifest that through good energy and through love and through showing people like what you're about. You know what I mean?
Yo, read some fucking books.
Read some books.
Some fucking books.
Exactly.
So many people are gonna hear that and go, I know. I'm trying to read some books, man, because that's where all that knowledge is, bro. Like, all them details are in the books, man. And
shit you can't get on the internet.
Yeah, you can't get it on the internet. Like, that's just how it is. And it
might sound corny, but I don't give a fuck.
Nah, man, let it know. Read a book, man. Books have the knowledge. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying my best to sharpen up and read more things, and that's why. And I'm happy. That's why they got audiobooks out.
Yeah, man.
Obviously, I like listening to podcasts.
Yeah.
So I feel like the audiobook has helped make that easier.
Yeah, it kind of meets in the middle.
Yeah, to say I've read a book. I listened to the book. That's what I've been doing too with audiobooks. I'll tell people I read books. I'm like, nah, I listen to them. I just sound more intelligent when I say I read it.
Yeah, whatever works.
Yeah, whatever works, man. So there's a message we want to get out of this episode, y'all. Read a book.
Read a book and show some love.
Yeah, read a book and show some love. That's what I'm talking about, man. Literature and love. Hell yeah, man. Is there anything y'all want to plug for the people before we get out of here?
I mean, follow on Instagram, WLFPAK Music, WLFPAK.
That's right.
Music after that. All the individual artists you can find on there. If you need beats, mixing, mastering, verses, writing, photography, cover arts, video work, any of that, message the page. Let's get it in.
Hell yeah, man. That's
we
what
will
I'm
work with
about.
your budget. We will work with your budget all the way up.
Whatever you make happen, make it happen, man.
Absolutely.
Moe Wavy, Levy, WLFPAK. Thank y'all for being in the
Thanks
building
for having
with
us,
me
man.
today,
Appreciate you having us,
man.
for real. Appreciate it.
Definitely a lot of gems in this one, man. So I'm glad to have y'all on, man.
Absolutely.
For real.
Appreciate that.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's episode 47 of the TempahZone podcast. Shout out to PRX Podcast Garage for them high quality sounds once again. Until next time, y'all. Peace.